at the waiver as the European Union continues to wrestle with how to use the frozen Russian assets to support Ukraine. The meeting follows von der Leyen's renewed push insisting that tapping the interest generated from Russia's central bank assets held in Belgium is the most effective way to finance a proposed €140 billion reparation loan for Kiev. Meanwhile, Belgium remains opposed to warning that the move could trigger legal retaliation from Moscow and expose Brussels to long-term risks. The Commission has floated alternative options, yet maintains the frozen assets mechanism to offer the strongest financial foundation. Now, the talks highlighted a growing divide within the European Union, even as the bloc searches for sustainable ways to keep Ukraine's war efforts funded. Now, moving on to the United States, the United States President Donald Trump has issued a Truth Social post demanding that the Department of Justice and FBI investigate convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's alleged connections with prominent figures, including former President Bill Clinton, former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, LinkedIn founder Reid Hoffman, and JP Morgan Chase. Now, Trump's posts come ahead of a crucial vote in the US House of Representatives, where the lawmakers will decide whether to require the Justice Department to release all the unclassified files related to this case. Now, Trump, who has faced scrutiny over his past friendship with Jeffrey Epstein, has denied any knowledge of Epstein's abuse and trafficking activities. He criticized the Democrats for pushing the Epstein controversy once again and targeted the weak Republicans who might support the release of the files. Now, in Sweden, a tragic accident in central Stockholm has left several people dead after a bus plunged into a bus stop. Police confirmed multiple fatalities. Now, while rescue officials say that 5 people were directly affected, with others injured in the impact. Authorities are still working to determine what led to the crash, stressing that it is so early to say whether it was an accident, a mechanical failure, or something else. Now, emergency crews remain at the scene, securing the area and assisting the survivors. The incident has stunned the normally busy district, and investigators are expected to review the surveillance footage and question witnesses as they work to establish the cause. Now, moving on to Africa, Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu Hassan has announced an inquiry into the killings during the recent elections that saw hundreds of deaths. Now, speaking at the opening session of the parliament, she expressed condolences to the families of the victims and vowed to investigate the violence. Hassan also called for leniency towards some protesters charged with treason, acknowledging that many youths were unaware of their actions. Now, the president directed law enforcement to assess the severity of the offences committed, offering a path for those who followed the crowd to move forward and erase their mistakes. Now, let's listen in to the president of Tanzania.
Serikali imechukua hatua ya kuunda tume ya kuchunguza yaliyotokea, yani inquiry commission, ili tujue kiini cha tatizo. Taarifa hiyo itatuongoza kujielekeza kwenye mazungumzo ya kuleta maelewano na amani.
Now, breaking updates from Brazil, indigenous activists disrupted the entrance to the COP30 climate summit in Belém, demanding that President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva met them face to face.